Recklessness and fear are the seeds of disaster.
Alright guys, here it is. M21 is here, otherwise known as Core 2021. As I opened up Arena, you guys were able to see the new mastery set, the cool stuff they added to the store based on the new planeswalkers. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, let's crack open some packs. Let's see what this new set is all about. Let's go ahead and crack open these real quick. Let's see. Ooh, a mythic wild card. I could definitely use that. And the moment we've been waiting for. Core 2021 in all its glory. Let's see what we get in the first pack. Got a new mythic. Heck yeah. New mythic wild card added to my collection. With the lizard. Right, let's look at this. Containment Priest. Flash. If its non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. Cool. Let's move on. Hoping to get something cool in this next one. Oh yeah, Sanctum of All. Legendary enchantment shrine. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library or graveyard for a shrine card and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library in this way, shuffle it. If an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, that ability triggers an additional time. Heck yeah, it looks like the shrines are back, guys. Pretty sweet. Keep going. Oh, let's see what we got. Gadrock, the Crown Scourge. Legendary creature dragon, flying. Gadrock, the Crown Scourge can't attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each non-token creature that died this turn. Interesting. Only 3 mana too. Empire, flying lifelink. Cool. Subira, Tool City, Caravaner. We'll go with that. Legendary creature, human, shaman. Haste, another creature with power 2 or less can block this turn with 1 mana. 2 mana, one colorless, and well, not colorless, but 1 any generic mana and 1 red mana. Tap, discard your hand until the end of turn. Whenever a creature you control with a power of 2 or less deals common damage to a player, draw a card. More mono red. Come on, Pepper, give me something good, buddy. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost of 3 or less. This will definitely kill Tappering. Oh yeah. Oh,
address me as Queen
Waker
of the Dead, please.
The second one I get, that's a good score. Legendary Planeswalker Liliana. Each player discards a card. Each opponent who can loses 3 life. +1. -3. Target creature gets -X until the end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. -7, you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat, On your turn, put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control and game stays. What an awesome ability. 2 sweet cards right back to back. Teferi's Tutelage. When Teferi Tutelage enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. Look at him there, just smiling. He knows he's up to no good. To the battlefield. Not bad. Whoa, that is a huge creature. Pursued Whale. When Pursued Whale enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 red pirate. Creature token. With this creature can't block, and creatures you control attack each combated table. Expels your opponent's cast that target. Pursued Whale costs 3 more to cast. 3 more generic mana. That's a tough level. Another rare wild card there. I'll take as many of those as I can. Look at that. Soul Seer deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker that is permanent, loses indestructible until end of turn. A solution for Theros Beyond Death or any other gods. My brother is not going to be a fan of this card, but I will definitely add that to my deck. When Radiant Fountain enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life, add 1 colorless. Oh, Elder Gargaroth. Creature Beast. It definitely is. Vigilance, reach, trample. Whenever Elder Gargaroth enters or blocks, choose 1. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token. You gain 3 life or draw a card. 6/6 for 5 mana, 3 generic, and 2 green. Pretty sweet card. More green. Another Hydra. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Finishing blow. Alright, let's see what we got. Rare wild card. Also come in handy. Could always use some wild cards we don't have. Titanic Growth is back. Sublime Epiphany. Choose 1 or more. Counter target spell, counter target activated or trigger ability, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy of creature you control, target player draws a card. Yeah. That'll definitely come in handy. Look at that. Return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. Back to back. Got another shrine, Sanctum of Shattered Heights, legendary enchantment shrine. 1 generic mana, discard a land or a shrine card. Sanctum of Shattered Heights deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines you control. Frost Breath, Konake Ogre, Bone Pit Brutes, Pitchburn Devil. New cards. Temple of Mystery. That's definitely not a new card. It's another reprint, but pretty cool. So we got a couple of those. Look at this guy, Chrome Replicator. Artifact creature construct when Chrome Replicator enters the battlefield if you control 2 or more non-token permanents with the same name as one or another. Create a 4/4 colorless construct artifact creature token. That is a cool looking artifact. Kinetic Augur. Some new creatures. Oh, there it is. He draws a card. He makes us draw a card and adds 1 green mana. 3 mana. Pretty cool for a common. There's our human shaman again. Let's move on. Come on, come on. Another Gagaroth again. Let's keep it going. Do something new. Separate. Come on. This is a pack. I know this is a pack. Sorcery. Sanguine Indulgence. Sorcery. This spell costs 3 less to cast. If you've gained 3 or more life this turn, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, it looks like they're definitely enjoying themselves. And Skyway Sniper. A reach. 2 generic, 1 green. Skyway Sniper deals 1 damage to target creature with line. Oh, something new. Hooded Light Fang. Creature Snake. Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch attacks each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. For 3 mana, 2 generic and 1 black. Pretty good card, I would say. Especially with a lot of planeswalkers returning back in Core 2021, that's going to come in handy. There's noticed a lot of kill, destroy target planeswalkers. Turn to Slag. Not having a good time there. Double Vision, Enchantment, rare. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell, each turn copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. Definitely giving us Double Vision. Or Old Dinosaur Return, where you destroy target artifact or enchantment. Traitorous Greed. Gain control of the target creature until the end. Untap that creature if it gains haste on it. In return, add 2 mana of 1 killer. Not bad for an uncommon. Pretty good artwork. Sky Scanner. Flying. Whenever Sky Scanner enters the battlefield, draw a card. Thrill of Possibility. Instant. As an additional cast this spell. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. Saber-Tooth Mauler. Creature cat. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Saber-Tooth Mauler and untap it. Temple of Silence. More Scrying. Oh. Read the Tides. Sorcery. Choose 1. Draw 3 cards. Return up to 2 target creature cards to their owner's hands. Whenever you cast a spell that's a white, black, or blue, or red, put a +1/+1 counter on Jurion Dryad, I mean. Rousing Reed. Enchantment Aura, enchant creature. When Rousing Reed enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Enchanted creature gets a +1/+1 and has flying. Gains Death Touch until the end of turn. Ooh, that's a good nasty creature to get rid of those flyers. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Creature Human Rogue. Flash. Whenever Thieves Guild Enforcer or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Thieves Guild Enforcer gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. For a 1 black mana cost, that is an amazing card. Beautiful artwork. Oh, yes. Here comes the other shrine. Sanctum of Tranquil Light. Legendary Enchantment Shrine. 5 generic, 1 white. Tap target creature. This ability costs 1 generic less to activate for each shrine you control. Tap for these. Protege. One generic, one blue. Tap, draw a card, then discard a card. For Human Wizard 2/3.
It takes
Oh, look
impressive
at that.
knowledge to be a temporal archmage.
Teferi, Master of Time. 2 generic, 2 blue. Legendary Planeswalker Teferi. You may activate loyalty abilities of Teferi, Master of Time, on any player's turn, anytime you could cast an instant. The +1 is draw a card, then discard a card. The -3, target creature you don't control faces out. Treat it and anything attached to it as though they don't exist until its controller's next turn. -10 is take 2 extra turns after this one. Beautiful. Teferi's back, guys. Still got a lot of skill, but I don't mind. Furious Rise. We've seen that card before. Another reprint. Oh yes! Grim Tutor. 1 generic, 2 black. Sorcery. Mythic. Search your library for a card. Put that card into your hand, and shuffle your library. You lose 3 life. Look at that beautiful piece. That is an awesome reprint. It's been a while since we've seen Grim Tutor, and that was one of the cards I was hoping to score, and here it is. Awesome. Skeleton Archer. When Skeleton Archer enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to any target. Wow, what a beautiful card. Now, if we get Hugin, Spirit Dragon, that would be amazing. That is one of my favorite cards. Tavern Swindler, Human Rogue. Tap, pay 3 life, flip a coin. If you win the flip, you gain 6 life. Temple Epiphany. Another reprint. Alright. Some good cards here. Don't let me down now. Up, another shrine. Already seen that one. Solarian Kraken. Another reprints. Thunder's Edge. The new Planeswalker. Basri Cats. Legendary Planeswalker Basri. Mythic. +1. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains indestructible until the end of turn. Wow, that is incredible. -2 whenever 1 or more non-token creatures attack. This turn create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. -6, you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat. On your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That is beautiful. 1 generic, 2 white. Welcome, +3. We will have a good time with you. Volcanic Geyser. Duress. Good reprints. Shacklegeist. Creature Spirit. Flying. Shacklegeist. Can block only creatures with flying. Tap 2 untap spirits you control. Tap target creature you don't control. 1 generic, 1 blue. Not too bad. Liliana Steward. Creature Zombie. Tap, sacrifice Liliana Steward. Target opponent discards card. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Lofty Denial. Counter target spell. Unless its controller pays 1 generic, if you control a creature with flying, counter that spell unless its controller pays 4 instead. Wow, that's neat. Pack Leader. Oh, here it is. My first rare dog card. 1 generic, 1 white. Other dogs you control get +1/+1 whenever Pack Leader attacks. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn to dogs you control. That is amazing. Shocks are natural. Now. Oh, here he is again. Sacrifice. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Village Rites. That's an additional cost to cast the spell. Sacrifice creature. Draw 2 cards. Ooh, Liliana Standard Bearer. Zombie Knight creature. Flash. When Liliana Standard Bearer enters the battlefield, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. 2 generic, 1 black. Elemental Dog. Chandra's Magmut. Tap. Chandra's Magmut deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Like Chandra can combat herself. Another Scry, Temple of Silence. Another Scry. Oh, it's a new one. Solemn Dart. Alright. Pretty sure that's a reprint too. There we go. Radha, Heart of Keld. Legendary creature, Elf Warrior. As long as it's your turn, Radha, Heart of Keld has first strike. You may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play land cards from the top of your library. For generic, 1 red, 1 green, Radha gets +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is the number of lands you control. She is a 3/3. 1 generic, 1 green, 1 red. I do not want to mess with her, and I would not recommend anyone else wanting to mess with her. Conclave Mentor. Creature, Mentor, Cleric. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put in on that creature instead. When Conclave Mentor dies, you gain life equal to its power. 2/2, 1 green, 1 white. Shock. I like the new artwork. Classic Shock. Rewind. Counter target spell on tap up to 4 lands. That is awesome. Ghostly Pilferer. Spirit Road. When Ghostly Pilferer becomes untapped, you may pay 2 generic if you do draw a card whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand. Draw a card, discard a card, Ghostly Pilferer can't be blocked this turn. 2/1 for 1 generic, 1 blue. Getting some new cards. Fate Fetters. That's the reprints. Experimental Overload. Nice. She's back. Keep going. Flaming Axe to open. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater for 2 generic, 1 white. Another new one. Add encounters. More counters. Oh, Massacre Worm. 3 generic, 3 black. Creature Worm. When Massacre Worm enters battlefield, creatures opponent's control get -2, -2 until the end of turn. Whenever a creature in opponent control dies, that player loses 2 life. 6/5. That is a nasty creature. Nasty indeed. Keep going. Oh yeah! Asusa Lost But Seeking. Legendary creature, Human Monk. You may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns for a 1/2. Beautiful for 2 generic, 1 green. Gorgeous. What a beautiful reprint. Yes. That's the card. Good score indeed. A lot of black in this pack. Liliana's Devotee, even more lock. Zombies you control get +1/+0 at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died this turn, you may pay 1 generic, 1 black. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature. Lots of zombies. Speaking of zombies, Cage, zombie. 1 generic, 1 black. Tap. Each opponent loses 2 life. Activate this ability only if a creature dies this turn. He is 2, 3, 4, 2 generic, 1 black. Alchemist Gift. Instant target creature gets +1/+1 and gains your choice of Death Touch or Lifelink until the end of turn for 1 black mana. Price Still in Haste. Choose 1. All creatures get -2/-2 until the end of turn. Remove 2 loyalty counters from each planeswalker. 1 generic, 2 black. And we got Scry Tempo Malady. Our opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. Run a fool. That is going to be beautiful when we go up against those blue and white decks. Dream Trawler. That's the card I was thinking of. That is going to be perfect to get rid of that card. Nasty card. Mythic Wildcard. 10 in my collection so far. Good. Oh, Cultivate. Heck yeah. Temple of Silence. Meteorite. When Meteorite enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. Add 1 mana of any color for 5 generic mana to play. Reign of Revelation. 3 generic, 1 blue, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Sanctum of All. Back again. Come on, step 3. Infernal Scarring, enchantment. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and asks when this creature dies, draw a card. A miscast, counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 3 for 1 blue. What a card. Shipwreck Dowser. Merfolk Twister. Prowess. When Shipwreck Dowser enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. 3/3 for 3 generic, 2 blue. Great uncommon. Oh, Solemn Simulacrum. 4 generic. What? This is a really good reprint. It's an artifact creature golem. When Solemn Simulacrum enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that card on the battlefield tab, then shuffle your library. When Solemn Simulacrum dies, you may draw a card. 2/2. Good to have back in standard. All of these cards are good to have back in standard. Idol of Endurance. Artifact. 2 generic, 1 white. When Idol of Endurance enters the battlefield, exile all creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard until Idol of Endurance leaves the battlefield. Pay 1 generic, 1 white. Tap until the end of turn. You may cast a creature spell from among the cards exiled with Idol of Endurance without paying its mana cost. Heck yeah. I'd say that's a pretty good card. Oh, Paladin Myrrh. Add 2 colorless for 3 generic. That is a really good card. Incinerator. Elemental creature, trample. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. Whenever a sorcerer you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, Chandra's Incinerator deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that player controls. 6/6, 5 generic, 1 red. Welcome back to standard cards. A lot of good cards coming, making an awesome return to standard. Bastries, Acolytes, Cat Cleric, Lifelink. When Bastries Acolyte enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control for 2/3, 2 generic, 2 whites. Temple of Silence again. You got bad enough of the Temple of Silence. Other good stuff. Ooh, Termot's Crypt artifact. Sacrifice Termot's Crypt. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard for 0 mana. Really good card. Goes another rare wild card. Down to 17 packs. Let's continue this streak. That's a really good card though. Esteemed Speaker, Human Cleric, Legendary Creature. Flash, when Niambi, Esteemed Speaker, enters the battlefield, you may return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, you gain life equal to that creature's converted mana cost. One generic, one white, one blue. Tap this discarded legendary card, draw 2 cards. All the runes, another reprint. Here we go. Here's another shrine. Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest. Legendary enchantment. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add X mana of one color, where X is the number of shrines you control. Glorious Anthem. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Zombie Vampire. Soul Vision again. Malefic Scythe. Artifact Equipment. Alright, interesting. Welcome back. Soul Vision again. Witch's Cauldron. 1 mana. Black mana. 1 generic, 1 black. Tap this, sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life, and draw a card. Crypt Lurker. So here's another dog. Another good boy with vigilance. Here's a different one. Rash Taunter. It's a goblin. It's a interesting piece of art. Indestructible. Whenever Rash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals damage to the target opponent. 2 generic, 1 red, tap. This card, Rash Taunter, fights another target creature. 1/+, it's a 1/1, 4 generic, and 1 red. Another dinosaur. There's a nasty spider. Reach Hexproof from blue. Spore Web Weaver. Whenever Spore Web Weaver is dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a 1/1 green sap rolling creature. See the Truth. Sorcery. 1 generic, 1 blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. If this spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards into your hand instead. Priest. 1 generic, 1 white. Again, we've seen that before, especially the first one we got. In the first one. Soul Seer. Don't mind seeing that again. Perfect. Desiree, come on, buddy. Hook me up. Oh. Byron. Tolarian Archmage, legendary creature, human wizard. When Byron, Tolarian which mage enters the battlefield, return up to one other target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent was put into your hand from the battlefield this turn, draw a card. A 1 generic, 2 blue, it's 2/2, human wizard. More new cards.
This battle is going to end
Liliana,
on
Waker
my
of the Dead again.
terms.
Unicorn. Come on. Terror of the Peaks. 3 generic, 2 red. Dragon. Mythic. Flying. Spells your opponents cast that target Terror of the Peaks, cost an additional 3 life to cast. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. 5/4. What a badass dragon. Apple Fine. See the truth again. Almost got a collection of her. Definitely got another rare wild card. Alright guys, the last pack. Come on! Zephyri, Master of Time. Alright. Well, overall we got some good cards. Let's go look at some stuff over here. Well, let's go ahead and get into this mastery tree, since I have 4 orbs that I can utilize. Well, I think I'm going to start with Zephyri and Liliana, so I'm going to split them up between them. Look at some new cards. Not collected. Just look at them all. That's a good one. Nine lives. I actually have 2 cats. Dracarys and Bruce. This card reminds me of Hexproof. If a source will deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on 9 lives, exile it. When 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Baneslayer Angel. Flying First Strike Lifelink. Protection from demons, protection from dragons. Nasty card. Oh, there's this one we're missing. Oh, there she is. Chandra, Art of Fire. There's another one. Scavenging Ooze. Great reprint. Garuk Unleashed. Ren and Seri Inseparable. Pretty good. Fabled Passage is back. And here he is, Ugin the Spirit Dragon. I guess I should have done this to begin with. See them all in color. So, I'm gonna craft me a Ugin the Spirit Dragon just because I really like that card. I mean, look at that. Ugin the Spirit Dragon, Legendary Planeswalker Ugin. Ugin the Spirit Dragon deals 3 damage to any target for +2. -X, exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less, that's 1 or more colors. -10, you gain 7 life. You draw 7 cards, then put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Oh yeah, I just want to add that to my collection. If I get it into more packs in the future, I mean, I'd be okay with it. I just need 3 more to build a collection. Awesome. This is actually the buy box promo if you buy the physical box of Core 2021. Start changes. So there you have it, guys. That is what Core 2021 brings to the table. As you can see, it brought a lot of good reprints back, a lot of new cards that go alongside those reprints. So looks like Standard is going to be really good this year. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll post some more content later. I'll be doing some drafts, I'll be opening some more packs, doing some challenges, doing some tournaments. So and there's always that Friday Night Magic now we do online. So thanks for watching. See you next time.